Let me grab AirPods. Hopefully it connects. There we go. Sweet. I need to plug these in. Things at 1%. So we're going to be painting again tonight. It's not going to be that exciting of a night. I have to get caught back up. I need silver shad. That's probably what I'm going to start out with. Are a bunch of silver shad. And it's a fairly easy color to do. So that's what we're going to get started with. So let's go ahead and get these taped up. I need to get my camera set up for this, dude. Then I could probably get a pretty good dang angle with this, and it'd be out of the way. Welcome in. Just getting a few of these taped up. Not going to be too exciting of a night. I'm just going to start off. I got some silver shad I got to replenish. I figured that'd be a good way to start tonight. If you guys are new here, I paint fishing lures. What's up, brother? Had a crazy show yesterday. This is how many lures I have left. Now, I had 2 whole boxes of these completely filled up to the brim. And that's where I'm at. I got one that's maybe a quarter of the way filled up now, so that's back on the grind this week, fellas. This is back on the grind. Man, dude, it was wild. I think I ended up selling close to 200 lures last night. Most of them I painted this past week. And I was actually supposed to go do a farmer's market, and I didn't have anything left to really go sell. So, Brad, that's the excuse I'm using. I thought it started next weekend anyway. It was good. It's very good. Working on getting the shop built up, so that'll definitely long term will help. And I know you guys on here like watching these live paints, so figured I'm kind of wanting to do more of my live painting on here instead of Whatnot. Which I probably should tell the people on Whatnot, because a lot of people have come to like me for this, but like I prefer to do it on YouTube. All right, I'm starting off Sea Witches. What's up, brother? I was just thinking about you. I just ordered 60 ounces of resin. I was going to do it today. I just got done. Well, I still have 2 orders to put hooks on. But gonna get a mold made tomorrow. So I'm excited to watch you tie flies tomorrow. I need to set a reminder for that. All right, one. I don't want to do 2 huge lots because I know that'll really be boring. But I need to do them a little bigger lots. Dude, I understand where you're coming from. I have 1, 2, 3, 7. Luckily, this is a fairly easy color to do. Just a silver shad. Got to knock out some of these more basic colors to start the week. Then as the week progresses, I'll start doing some more fun ones. I literally just got on. Dude, I have the C-Max's order. I still have to hook his up, and I was looking at him like, dude, I'm not doing this. I did every single one, and like I feel like painting. I'm not putting any more hooks on tonight. Dude, that would be sweet. A walking stick. That'd be really, because I've never seen a walking stick fly before. It'd definitely be unique. What's up, brother? All right. Hopefully, I'm not getting water. First time turn on airbrush since Thursday. Dude, he bought. I mean, I could probably fill a gallon bag to the brim of lures. So I want to say it's like probably 70. That'll give me a good Sunday project to do. Give me something to do tomorrow. Dude, do that. I do have one on here, but I'm thinking about putting another one in succession, and then hooking another line up. I don't know if that would work. Dude, he did. I appreciate it though. Actually, I might start tonight off cleaning this, at least my needle and my nozzle. Thing's fairly dang dirty right now. Does it seem to work pretty good having like that many? Yeah, I'd appreciate it. I know you probably have to deal with more humidity than I do, but it's been pretty bad here. Good news is, random good news, I think I fixed the basement leak. So that has nothing to do with painting lures, but that was a nice relief. You won't believe how I did it. I did it with 5-minute epoxy. It's like I was like, I know does a really good job of keeping water out of fishing lures. I wonder if it could do a good job keeping water out of a basement. It worked. Give me just a second. I gotta my weekly nozzle clean here. Well, I think what is going on is that it's the gutter. I was looking at it. There's holes in the bottom, and I'm thinking it was dumping it all by this windowsill. That's what I'm hoping it is. I wouldn't say weekly, but every time you got weekly. Yeah, no, I clean it more often. I clean it more often than that. It sounded right. It might be time for a new needle, dude. It might be time. Because that sure looks like it's not spraying straight. Let's look. Dude, that might actually be bent. Luckily, I have a spare. Oh, there's a piece of junk at the end. Spraying white, next thing you know, it's a green white. You're like, where the hell did that come from? Dude. This is why I typically like to check if it's spraying before I get on here. And I didn't do that tonight. So after this color, I'm going to run something through it, knock it down. I don't know if you can see. It's definitely not spraying straight. I know that. But for a base coat of silver, it's all right. Any other, it's not going to work. Dude, that's sweet. Needle sharpener. I will say, dude, I've made it pretty far with this one. Now, when I had the Iwata, the CN, like the cheaper version, I don't know how many needles I spent or bought. They were just so junky. This Eclipse one, I haven't replaced the needle at all. 90 degrees. That would explain why it's spraying dead right, I guess. Which airbrush are you using? All right. I'm playing this before I get into the. I'm telling you, dude, you gotta check out the Eclipse. Let's see if I can get this to spray straight. I ran out of paint. I'm not done doing silver, but figured good time to try. I think it might be going to. Of course, man. I'm connected to my wife's phone again. Text her, turn your Bluetooth off. That's a steeple. Right, give me a second. I should be connected. You guys should hear me a lot better now. All right, now I'm putting the secret sauce to this.
Those live targets are good ones anyway. We really might be taking a quick breather. How about the world's worst spray right now? It is spraying straighter. This is usually why you clean your airbrushes. Oh, looky there. Problem solved, fellas. Get you some soak off. It's terrible for your O-rings, but it cleans them really quick. Good to go. What's up, Coda? I mean, that stuff will ruin your O-rings in no time, but man, do they make cleaning airbrushes so much easier. I think this one needs a new O-ring, but it still sprays fine, so I'll worry about it when the spraying's not so good. I'm about efficiency here. I don't, I like my stuff to spray straight, but I also like to get stuff done. Nice. What kind of fish was the big dog? It also might not help. I'm at 25 psi with pearlized paint. Alcohol is pretty good as well. We will be painting some patterns on. You just got to give me a second to get some of these ready. I do on occasion. Or no, I don't. I definitely don't. I know you told me about this a while back. I said I thought the needle has been, if anything, dude, this needle probably needs taken out and cleaned. Because I don't think I took it out at all this past week. I probably painted 150 lures. I'm going to write that down. What kind of glue do you use to tie flies? Is it just like super glue or? So what do you, yeah, text it to me. If I have what it takes to polish it, I'll just do that right now. Just doing some basic silver shad to start the night. UV resin. You like Alumilite or I'm a big fan of Alumilite. I know there's the easier way to clear coat lures, but that stuff's so strong. Stupid glue. Awesome. I'll take a look at it. Let me get this last one silvered. And by last one, I mean this other one. It might be a good time to clean it in between. I don't think it's going to help either spraying pearlized paint. I need to get a dye water with a 0.5. Okay, let me check these. I'll probably dump this paint out. Yeah, I think really you could probably get away with doing like the Harbor Freight Avati, but I'm almost at a point where it might make more sense just to get the eye water. I'm just checking these before I dump it out, see how the spray is. And so far, I'm okay with it. Dude, they're not. I never said they were good, especially after you use the. Yeah, that's you. Well, here's mine, dude. The Vonnie. That thing's. I think the needle on that thing's probably bent at a 180-degree angle. That thing is terrible. All right, these are good. Now the silver would take on the bottom. Dude, that one's really bad. These will take a second to dry, so that gives me perfect timing to show y'all this assembly. A quick one. I'm not going in too deep. 48. All right, let's see. Let's see what this is looking like. Just do this really quick. I just hope it's not the nozzle because I'm not cleaning the nozzle right now. Oh, dude, I can tell you right now, this thing's gonna be caked on. I can feel it. And that might be a problem. I haven't even sprayed black today. The Vati too, they're terrible because they're like paint wells are so dang deep. That's one thing nice about the Iwata is that if you got paint in the cup here, that's it. But like the cheaper ones, the way they feed in it, you think you have no paint left, and then like you said, next thing you know, just get a ginormous chunk of junk. All right, let me. Does it matter if I use soak off? I think this is the lacquer. That's how dirty that was. Let's see. Let's see what we're working with. Let me get on here. World's first airbrush repair needle tool. That's a good idea. Do I have to try that? That flits. I definitely don't have any of that right now. Just check out my needle. That looks fine. So that's pretty good for almost a week. Because I can't tell you the last time I taken this apart and cleaned it. It definitely wasn't this week, which is typically that's a lot longer than I typically would run it. But if it's spraying fine, I don't really mess with it. See, we're coming out, and we look good. I mean, you can attest that actually was not that bad for a week. That's actually like kind of clean for a week. I'll tell you the outside sure is not clean. Like a badge of honor. This thing's so nice and shiny if you clean it, but that involves having to clean it, and I'm not gonna do that. See, that's kind of where I'm at. I kind of just go until it starts like having problems because I mean, I do so many that I hate to say it's a waste of time, but if I'm not having problems, it's kind of a waste of time. And this is kind of a bad way to look at it. If I have to get a new airbrush, it's a write off. And I'll tell you right now, there's nothing more I like getting in the mail than a nice new brand spanking new airbrush. Look at that thing. Nice and pretty clean again. All right. Surely these are dry now. I had a lot of requests for preventative maintenance. That is true. That is true. That is a good idea. Got to sell a few more baits. Just doing a silver shad. I mean, this is, I'll give you a hint. There's two colors with this. The mic, what is that? That's like the point one, right? This bait is a silver and black. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'll keep buying Iwata eclipses before I do that. $700 for an airbrush, dude. I think I'm good at painting. I'm not that good to justify that. And that's the one with the super fine needle, right? Oh yeah, we're back to a perfect spray. I would, but on this one, I'm just gonna put a shift over it. I need to find a glove. Where are my gloves at? There they are. Yeah, dude, those are like the ones you can get very super fine, intricate details with. I'll have to try that. Really? Like just a regular purple, or you putting like a iridescent, pearlized, or hmm. I'd be interested in seeing it. I'm kind of curious now. Now these are as basic as it's gonna get. I'm gonna do a red gill on them though. There's my shad dot. Full screen. Yeah, this is as what do they call them? ASMR. This is as ASMR as it's gonna get. This is literally just me painting a batch. I might do a more intricate one after these, but I have to get these out of the way. These are definitely one of the more. I have a list of like. Yeah, I'll show you the list. I'll show you guys where I'm at, and I haven't started. So everything in here is brand new. This is what I got to do this week. Bluegill, pumpkin seed, black and blue, silver shad, black back. That's what I'm doing now. Fathead minnow, ghost gill, -1, joker, one joker. I should put 1X next to that. Crappie, baby bass, root beer, peanut butter jelly, pearl, and parentheses French. Blue crawl, red crawl, bone, crackle crawl, brook trout, rainbow trout, clown, and frog. So those are the ones you really want to fish. Do you do them with the translucent belly? Dude, I'm not kidding. I fished with the translucent bellies here, and I had so much more luck than if I were to have like a white or bone. The bone one was pretty good, but I think it makes it stand out better, or maybe it blends in better, which makes it look more natural. I don't know. Maybe it was just a good bite. Dude, I was gonna paint some of those. I might paint that next because I meant to paint those before this weekend. I never got to it. It's ironic you say that. I was looking at the list. I'm like, I think there's something else I wanted to do. It's grasshopper. I also have some cicada blanks I need to paint too. But Wouldn't be surprised too. The baby bass color is a really good one as well. I'm excited to go try that fathead minnow out. Great minds do think alike. Those grasshoppers I bought kind of just for fun, but that would be fun to paint up. I'm not getting too crazy tonight, so that would be a good one to do. Translucent shiner. I'll give you a pro tip. See witches, go to Hobby Lobby. Go to a Hobby Lobby. Keep that between you and I. Like the best fabric I've ever found. I haven't. I really, to be honest, I kind of buy more to sell, and people like the rattling ones a little better. No, for that fabric I'm using. All good, buddy. Come on. Must be a new helping hand. It's actually staying put. That'd be a good one to get with summer coming up, to be honest. I've just had so much trouble lately getting any lures in. I ordered I had to, I guess, put a new request in for an order that I placed on March 1st that I've been waiting for, obviously, since March 1st. It is 4/18. We're 4/19. It's 4/18. We're at a month and 17 days. 18 days, actually. However you want to cut it up. Either way, I have a feeling the blanks might start getting either more expensive to get or harder to get. And I hope I'm wrong. All right, we're busting them out. I got 4 more. Then we'll do the red. I might not do anything else with these. There might just be some straight silver shad. I gotta put some shift on them, but as for more color, probably not. 3 more. We're busting them out. I'll be happy later this week that I did this tonight. Go ahead and do this other side. Next, we're going to do the red gills. Now, that one looks pretty good. All right. I got to clean this needle off so much with this black paint. After we do these, thinking some grasshoppers. Now, this is random gripe. They send eyes with the grasshoppers, but you just dot them on. I don't really. I'll show you. Let's do it. This side is you could put them on. I've seen some people put eyes on like rattle traps and whatnot. It doesn't really seem to make much sense to me. I guess if it floats your goat. I'll probably look up some pictures of them. Try to do some realistic ones. I only have one more of this black, and then the rest is pretty quick. I'm not going to worry about mid coating these tonight on here. It's not live. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do some crappie fishing, so that's fun. Really good crappie lake, close to where we used to live. We haven't fished there. Hey man, in probably 2 years now. And I mean, it's some of the best crappie fishing around here. One more, then we're gonna do the red gills. One singular lure. Through the back. There we go. Let's do the red gills. That went quicker than I thought it would. Wow. Thank you. You're so kind. I'm streaming, big dog. I'm glad she only said that, nothing too crazy. Probably about the nicest thing she's ever said. It was. She'll get on there and she'll do my whatnot shows with me every once in a while. I put her to work yesterday. We we put the work in. Telling your secret good. It's funny, dude. Last night, like I don't know, I have to keep myself high energy when I do my shows or whatever. And someone commented or said something like, "What is he on?" Like, man, I don't even drink or anything. Can you imagine if I did this and drank? I would get banned. That's afterwards. She's like, I can't believe you're that high, or she said something like that. I can't remember. Like, sometimes that's how it has to be. You got to sell the stuff, unfortunately. We're like right in the middle of those two. Absolutely. It's hard to not be excited about something you like doing. I mean, if you'd have told me, well, I guess a year ago, I might have believed it. But, year and a half ago, 2 years ago, that this is what I'd be doing for a job. Like, dude, you've lost your mind. Nah, probably not. I'd already started dabbling in it at that point. I'd say 5 years ago. I'd be like, dude, you've lost your mind. And up until recently, I really haven't shared much of it until yeah. I mean, Rapala does make like the world's greatest lures. What's nice about Rapala too is that it's impossible to find balsa that cheap. And to do it on such a scale, the amount of engineering that's gone into that is like super impressive. I always say my favorite Rapala is the this is random. I know this is what we were talking about, but my favorite Rapala is the silver shad, the jointed one, specifically in the suspending. That thing is I've caught surprisingly some massive crappie with that and a huge bass. Now I say huge, huge for me, probably not for anybody else. It's 6.5. If they get bigger here, but it's not every day you catch a 6.5 pound bass out of a conservation lake. I am. We're painting lures tonight, big dog. I'm just finishing up the silver shad, and then we'll be doing some grasshoppers. I just got to put the bill and then some color shift on these. Oh, those are good ones too. But I'm gonna try my hand at some grasshoppers. Oh yeah. Okay. Two more with the gills. We'll do the shift. I actually have some new shift that I'm gonna try. We'll see how it goes. There's really not much smallmouth around me. Now, if you go south of here, they're in a lot of the creeks, but I'd have to travel a decent way to catch a smallmouth. I know, like in North Arkansas and Southwest Missouri, they got them. Probably southeast too. Up north here, it's all the creeks up here are super muddy. It's a lot, no, a lot of nothing, or a lot of like gar and catfish, etc. Well, I know I've said it before. It's always the last lure that I get water. They're fun to fish. I mean, they fight like crazy. All right, time to do some shift. And I got some new ones that I didn't even mean to order. I ordered them thinking they were a different kind. However, there's some sweet colors in here. The trout color wise, they're my favorite fish. I think I'm biased though, because they're like some of the most fun ones to paint. Now, granted, they do take a while, but they're really always really satisfying to paint a trout. Clear it out, and then we'll do some grasshoppers. Might have to bust out a cicada too. Okay, what am I thinking? Really, I like. See if I got a blue green. I do. It's actually turquoise. This will take these to the next level. Hit the fan. I did some in like some black. They didn't really look like cicadas. They looked like more like June bugs. They were super cool. The only thing about those that I'm not a big fan, they are kind of a pain to clear coat those. So I had to take the wings off. All right. Get water. Yep. That's not supposed to happen. Let's see if I get more. I'm getting quite a lot. I mean, that's crazy. That should help for a little bit. All right. 4 more. Countdown's begun. I'm gonna show you guys before and after on one of these. Right now, it looks like I'm just spraying nothing. We're almost done with the silver shads, so that's what we're looking like before this. I mean, it instantly takes a silver shad, and it's not really doing a very good job showing it. You can kind of see it, purple and blue. No, I'm almost to that. I got two more of these to put the shift on, and that'll be the next order of business. All right, last one of these. Dude, they're a lot of work because with those I had to draw those lines in with a paint marker. Otherwise, it just I know some people will blackwash them. I can't figure that process out. Now, granted, I only tried it one time. They're a lot of fun though because you can come up with some crazy colors. At first, I was like airbrushing the lines, and then I was looking at my paint markers, and I had like a brush one. I'm like, probably a lot easier to do it with that than trying to airbrush it. All right, time for the grasshopper. Let me go grab a couple, and let me look up what colors are on a grasshopper. Oh, dude, crawl. That's one of my favorite. That's like one of the more, I hate to say more difficult, like a difficult one to learn, but they're really fun. They should. Now that's the only one I've found is in that size. I need to order more because I don't have any left. It's at 10:26. The night is still young. Not really. I'm getting old here. It's almost bedtime for me. Okay, let me grab these if I can find them. There we are. There we are. I found them. So here's the grasshopper ones, and you'll see what I'm saying. They came with eyes, which is just I don't know. I I can't remember. You could find them. I think I might have even got them on Amazon. I was saying the thing about how they send stick-on eyes, and it doesn't really make much sense to me because they're just bumps. This is gonna sound kind of dumb. I would have assumed that you were like it would be a bigger time difference than that. Shows you how good I am with geography. I'm traveling into the past. They get on some of these streams and it's people halfway across the globe. It's like it's the middle of the day here, it's the middle of the night. time traveling. Let's go ahead and get these taped up. I want to look up grass grasshoppers, kind of see what we're looking. I've obviously seen a grasshopper before, but I haven't seen one recently. Insect. That's kind of a got a bright green one almost. A yellow one. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to paint that. It just looks yellow. I don't even know if I can get that many details on this thing. I just start with a green. A brown one. Kinda like this. I don't probably wanna be too hard. Kinda a little bit of yellow. It's like a dark brown. These things are some funky looking creatures. I mean, that back leg almost looks like a chicken thigh. Red-legged grasshopper. What's up, brother? We're about to paint a grasshopper. Red leg. Oh, that's a good one. These things just have some crazy colors on them. I guess I've never really looked at one that close. They have a ton of color. I'm just gonna start with this one. I'll probably just do one of each because might as well. What else am I gonna do tonight? Dude, I don't know if if I can paint that good enough. I'm just gonna have to bust out the paint marker for this. If you I mean, it looks like it kinda has an orange or like a I can't tell the belly. I wanna say it's either orange or it's like a bone. Yeah, there's a mil I need to write which one down, which one's which, otherwise I'm not gonna know. This will be a fun one to make an actual video over, especially if it comes out good. You get to see if I can make one decent here. All right, go up. I do. I think I got it. It'll at least resemble it. Now, as for like the small black spots, I don't know what kind of plan I have for that or if I even have a plan. I don't, but I can act like I have a plan. A mosaic. I'll tell you what, you're not gonna use very much paint painting this. You use like 2 milliliters. Just gonna start with a bone. I'm just gonna do a bone belly because they look kind of like that. Two stripe. Let me check that one out. Curious now. I kind of want to try that. I like the challenge of that one, but I am curious. They got some cool legs, man. Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. That's just like a almost a tan sand color. the leg, I don't know if I'm gonna do all those lines. Those are cool looking. That's a good picture right there. Almost got a little green, like a very faint green. These can't go very deep at all. These have to be pretty much, I would say they're probably pretty close to a man's -1. Let me turn. I have low power on. I can't keep this picture held up. Come on now. I understand that it's my battery. I want the power off. No, power mode. Low mode off. There we go. That's what I've seen those around here. That or they're like just really green. I am just gonna start with this bone as the base. I think it'll be a decent base for it. I'm not turning this fan on while I do this. I Black. I guess I've really never paid too much attention to them. It seems like you don't see them at all year, and then all of a sudden you see a million of them. Probably a little too early in the year to see them. I went mushroom hunting. I didn't see any. It's not that I remember. Okay. Now it's kind of like almost have a little bit of yellow. It's like a very light yellow. It's like a dirty. It's a olive brown green, but it's more brown. I don't know if that makes any sense. We have to mix up some colors tonight. The ants are pretty cool. Have you ever seen those? What are the beetles with the big like tongs or whatever? Or the pinchers in the community? I want to see now. That'd be cool. Oh, did you tie these? If you tied that, that is remarkable. That is crazy. Now, if you go and I guess you go to Midmo Tackle and you click the community, see newest. Well, how did I find that? I don't know where it went. Dude, that's like really good. I'm very impressed. Where did that go? I lost it. Community. That's like really good, man. That dude, that is very I'm very impressed. And I don't say that lightly. That's like the coolest thing I've seen in a while. You know what you're doing. That's that's no joke, dude. Holy cow. And how I mean, how big is that? That can't be more than an inch, I'd say. To get that much detail on something so small. Yeah, I'm excited to watch you tie tomorrow. I was actually looking forward to it all week. I like watching guys tie. I guess maybe it's because it's something I don't do. Get to see something else, something different. After seeing that, I watched one of your old ones where you had the bunny. That was pretty cool too. That was really cool. Now he's got a little bit of yellow, so I think I'll start off with that. And I mean a very little bit of a yellow. I don't think I have 60,000 hours in. I have a lot, but I will say tying on whatnot would be a good place to get people over to the YouTube page, especially if you're not wanting to sell them. Because the fishing community over there has kind of gotten crazy. I was like looking at my analytics on there today, and from this time last year when I ran my first show, it's completely different. It's like a whole different app. Kind of gotten a little crazy. I'm telling you, whatnot would be a good place to plug that, man, because there's a lot of people on there that already are into fishing. You show them something like that, and a lot of people get on there and they don't even sell. This is like ever so lightly green to black. And another cool thing, if you were to do whatnot, you can multicast. You could do it on whatnot and on YouTube. I think you should definitely check that app out, man. I'm impressed, very impressed. I gotta find a green that I like that isn't pearl. You don't have to sell. There's no requirement to sell. It might say there is, but you don't. I mean, you don't have to sell anything. I don't think. Okay, where's my dark brown? We're gonna try to mix this up. See, I'm gonna have to put more green in. It's well, I need it lighter than this. That's where we're at. I am half tempted to put some white in there because it's not. It needs to be a little more brown, but I don't want to make it super green. Let's see. Just I mean a hair bit of white. I'll be throwing some flies here and that's getting closer. Okay, now if I added some sand, think it might work. Let's see. This doesn't get it right. I think I'm gonna add some light brown. I've already forgotten what colors I've added in here. Green, white, dark brown. Yeah, let's do some light brown. Work our way to this color. Show you. So we're getting a little closer. It definitely needs to be darker. Really, I might. Looking at this, I might spray this on. I don't know. I have another brown that might be perfect. Yeah, that brown is definitely getting it there. This is the most fun part of painting. That's really close. That's really, really close to the color I'm going for. I'll have to come back and watch this stream again because that green is very nice. And I don't know exactly what I've added in here. That is a really nice green. I don't know if you guys can really see the color of that. That is really close. I'm going to spray that, and I'm probably going to spray. I'll spray this down here and up here. Maybe some light transparent brown, or maybe some dark transparent brown. A yellow line. It looks like it has right behind here, behind or between the eyes. Luckily, this is I can go back and watch this. There's been sometimes I've came up with some colors and I'm like, man, I forgot completely about what I was talking about with them or how I made them. That's a very nice green. Come on. Got the best paint tool money can buy. Q-tips. Let's see how much I have in there. I got enough to spray it, it looks like. Especially something like because this is a green you're gonna find on a lot of lures. You'd find this on a lot of bass. I mean, bluegill. I gotta get a different Q-tip. There's really not much more to get in there. Come on. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close if that's enough. Crappie. This would be a great one for a crappie. It's gonna be close. I think I can make it work. That's probably good. There's probably like 3 milliliters in there, I'd say. Not much. You can't even see it, but I think we're fine. Now I'm gonna take that here up. See if we're getting good spray. Still getting a little yellow. A piece of paper. Will do, brother. Oh, we're still getting yellow. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Getting some green. And on that bone, that's gonna look perfect. Man, that is one of the best color matches I've done in recent memory. It's like I'm filled in yellow. There we go. I'm planning. I'm actually looking. I know a guy up here that does work with an X tool, and I'm wanting to get some of mine made like that. I can cut them out. I'm almost getting kind of stretched too thin on everything. So it might be worth just hiring somebody to cut them out. Now I'm gonna lay this a little thicker on the back. And I might take this down again. I don't think I actually made that crappie one. It wasn't like a stencil pack or anything. I just found one that kind of resembled the pattern you see on a crappie. It wasn't. I don't know what it was for. It definitely was not a lure. And I really want to tell you how I got some of my other ones, but then I'm gonna give away a huge secret. Huge secret. I will say this is just a random observation. I'll just text you something. I'll just text you something. If you get a cricket, I'll save you so much money you won't believe it. If you look at these legs, you spray it from back here, and you're not getting a complete spray on the back. However, that gives it more of a 3D look. And I think that's as good as we're gonna get green wise. So I do want to put some light brown over it. All right, I'm gonna message you because yeah, dude, you're gonna. It's like the smartest thing I've ever done. I would tell you right now, but you can go back and watch these. So I just rather text it to you. Man, it's really not that hard. Um, like I could, I'll just text you because once you figure, I mean, if you're all right with computers, once you figure out the whole settings and stuff, it's not hard. Only thing that sucks about crickets is you burn through, and I mean burn through blades. See which has shared enough information with me. I feel I like it. I got to repay the favor at some point, you know. I got this light brown, and it's not cut. It's still coming out green, and that's good. Okay. And this one borders on the not share. That I'm gonna have to swear you to confidentiality for this one. Or better yet, you just tell me what stencil you want, and I'll get you the file. It's I know a lot of guys they make their own, but there's easier ways about doing it. You don't have to draw everything out. That kind of killed the brown a little bit, or killed the green. I got meet somewhere. Got Faraday cages on her phone and secretive meeting about stencil making. The more brown I put on here, the more it looks like the picture. That's what I like. I like having a challenge. Otherwise, I never get better. And these kind of have that. They have a yellow down the back now. That might not happen, to be honest, is what I'm concerned about. If I do the yellow, and I'm gonna try it. I know you're the whatnot painter that paints in the shadow realm. I think the only people that know you paint are me and Muddy. Now I'm wondering. It it looks like it comes from each eye. However, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. But if you look at more pictures, I might be able to actually make this a hair bit bigger, spray the yellow, and then spray the black in the middle. That would sure be easier than trying to do two yellow lines. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. I might actually make it a hair bigger. This is one I should have saved and made a video over. I guess I can still do it. I'm happy I came on here and painted tonight. I wasn't going to. So I'll show you. I'll give you an idea. They have two yellow lines. I don't know if you can see that run. It looks from the inner sides of both eyes down the back of this. So instead of trying to do two yellow lines, I'm going to do just one big yellow line and then a smaller black line down the middle because a lot of them have black. So I think that's the easiest way of getting that in there. And then I might mess around and grab the paint pens. And it's not well. I think I'm right. I just gotta go for it. I'm doing too much thinking, not enough painting. And I'm not actually gonna go down the entire bait. I'm just gonna go. These kind of have a weird layout. It'd be kind of hard to paint that back and make it look good. I could definitely get the yellow on there, but it's a matter of getting the black on there. Will do, brother. I'm going to bend this. And I'll let this sit here for a second. I really want to lay it on thick, but if I keep going, it's going to smear. So patience. Well, it's not completely straight at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and straighten it out. That should do fine. That's good enough. I'll definitely do. I'm excited to watch you paint, or not paint, tie some flies. It really bugs me that this line's not straight, but I think I'm just being too technical at a certain point because I'm just gonna put black down the middle, so that at least make it look a little better. That'd be sweet. Airbrushing or are you painting the flies? I guess that might be a kind of a dumb question. All right, I gotta make a black line that can go straight up the middle of that. After this one, I'm probably gonna call it call it for the night. Good challenge to end the day. My first try, that's gonna be good enough. Get the black loaded up. What's your favorite fly to tie? Do you have a go-to? Well, I had the idea right. Unfortunately, that's not terrible. I had my stencil. I wasn't spraying at it straight on, but it's fine. If anything, I might. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna definitely get this tail black. Good news is if I don't like it, I can always just paint it black. Hoppers, those things are sweet. I'm really 50-50. I might just do the back black and say we tried. I guess we can straighten this line up and still have some yellow showing. That actually worked. Dragonfly. You still have the yellow showing. So I just fixed it, or at least made it work. Dude, I'm excited. That dragon or that grasshopper impressed me. Now, where am I at? This is a two striped. And really the legs are a little yellow. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that much detail on such a small bait, but I am gonna. They do have lines, so I'm thinking just put some dots on here. I guess I could always use a paint marker. I don't want this show's gonna end up gonna be 3 hours if I start doing that. This will be a fun one to go try out. I find just adding these dots on anything makes it look cooler. So I'm gonna add a little artistic liberty. Get back here. This might be one I come back to tomorrow and finish up. Sweet man, I'll have to check it out. I'm really gonna stop spraying it. I think I'm gonna call it here. I want to sit back and think about how I can improve this. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to put those lines on the legs. Now, That's gonna take me forever to do. Thank you, brother. I am gonna do the eyes right now, though. I appreciate it, big dog. This one's taking some artistic liberty. I really like doing very like super intrinsic things, and I'm not making excuses now. But stuff that is this small, it is really hard to capture the look. Really, you're working off of the color. That's like your big help is matching colors. Now, as for doing the designs on something this small, yeah, I think we're at like 30 minutes. It's been longer than 30 minutes, I'd say. Probably 50 minutes. Now I know they don't have red eyes, but like I said, you gotta make them look cool. And I might come back to it tomorrow. I really want to do that kind of like hair. It looks like a herringbone, but it's not. Do that on this leg. If I've spent that much time doing it, I might as well finish it. How many lures have I done in my lifetime? Dude, I don't even know. I'm definitely in 1,000. I mean, I go off of a good judge of how many lures have I sold, and it's almost. I mean, it's gotta be at least 5 or 6,000. Now I don't know. That's not all the ones I painted. I've painted more than that, but it's gotta be a stupid amount. Now this one, I like the way this came out. Like I said, I'm gonna sit back and think on it. See if I want to just see if I have my paint marker here. I got a couple of them. Thank you, man. First time ever trying one of these. Just want to see. Can I even do? So you got about. Yeah, and I'm just trying to see if I can, because they got kind of this look to them. That's not a very good. Let me see if I can find my paint marker. That'd be awesome, dude. Have you ever done like a mosquito? That'd be kind of cool too. I'm sure if you said you tied so many flies, mosquitoes probably on the list. 24. Holy cow! All right, fellas. I'll probably come back on tomorrow and paint again. I'll probably start tomorrow off by finishing this up. Thank you guys for coming in here hanging out. If you like this, I do have some other videos, some long form ones. I mean, obviously not this long, but some other videos you could check out. I appreciate y'all. I'll come check you out tomorrow, Superfly. I'm really excited to watch you tie some flies tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. I will talk to y'all later.